We have to start today's episode, unfortunately, folks, on a dampener. Wow. That was probably the best introduction I've done for a while. But hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5? Episode 4? Episode something? 4, I think, of the Southampton Youth Challenge on FM 2018. And the fans said before this Everton match, if we didn't win, we would get the chop. I think a former favourite supported us, yes. Tim Flowers supported us, the goalkeeping coach. He supported us, said that they must remain patient. And even though we've had a bit of bad season form, oh boy, that was a fantastic game against Everton. And the games I don't show, we seem to do really well. And then we'll get battered today against Bournemouth and Palace, you can guarantee it. But we've just played that one game since we were last on camera, because I thought, well, the next 3 games I was whining, saying, well, they're pretty big for the season, so why don't I show some of them? I didn't show the first one, and I kind of regret that now. But in that first game, not only did Marcus Barnes get his first ever senior goal for Southampton, after being in the club for years, you know, always playing in that under-23 squad, he only gone and got himself a hat-trick. Now, how he did this, absolutely no idea. Absolutely crazy. Redmond scored it as well. Barnes got his hat-trick on the 63rd minute. Boufal got 2 goals as well. The only dampener, of course, is that Sandro got a goal, but I can kind of let the players get away with that one. And I just couldn't believe it, to be honest. It just got better and better and better. The only frustration is that Dembele's injured. But with Barnes performing how he is, he has to be in the squad for this Bournemouth game. There is no question about it whatsoever. So in the squad for this game, though, we're going to have Zigic. We're pretty much going for the same squad, to be honest. We played against Everton. Apart from the fact Gabbiadini comes in for an injured Dembele. And apart from that, it all stays the same. And I didn't want to change it. It just was a fantastic, perfect game against Everton last time out. And it's been a perfect day for me, to be honest. Well, not a perfect day, probably a perfect evening. I managed to pick up 3 of the old Buzz games and something else. One of the old F1 games on the PS2 on eBay earlier for £4.50 plus postage, which is absolutely awesome. I just need to get the buzzers now for the Buzz games. And that's fantastic. So that made my day really good. I can't remember, but I've done something else. Monetisation's back available. YouTube have sorted that issue out. So, really, all FM's got to come and do now is just give us 6 points. But I'm sure FM, in its typical way, won't do that. And right on cue, it doesn't work every time, Toby, honestly. It does not work every single time. But we're still 0-0 here. It's not 1-0 to Bournemouth just yet. But with 6 minutes in, of course, it's a Southern Coast derby, I believe. This being quite a close match between Southampton and Bournemouth, both on the coast. Coast? Would I like to live on the coast? I don't really know. It's supposed to be an attractive idea. But, you know, with all these hurricanes and all these storm Eleanors who kept me up the other night, I don't know what I was looking at there, but I just remember that there was a bit of a draft from the window that kept me up. But enough of that nonsense. And I thought Marcus Barnes just scored his 4th senior goal. And really, if Marcus Barnes can come through for us and do really well, he will be the first example of the player that hasn't had a chance in the squad and has performed. And that'll be really fantastic, just as someone to be a bit of a catalyst for this squad, if that makes sense. But we are still 14th in the league, believe it or not, after that 7-1 win over Everton, who are still above us, believe it or not, again. And believe it or not, for the 3rd time, Manchester City are still nearly on relegation zone. It's quite a crazy start and quite an appalling start for City, but I am sure they will improve in the near future. But Afobe on the ball now to Defoe. Puts it up to Defoe, of course, to Fraser, back into Afobe, and it's 1-0 Bournemouth. And this is just typical. We were brilliant in the last game, but as typical, I knew FM would do this to me. Bournemouth are in front, and I just knew this would happen. As long as we don't lose 7-1, I mean, that's okay, but we've proved it there. I mean, it's no mean feat to win 7-1. It's not like we got a bit lucky. We put 6 past the people until they scored. So it's not as if it was a fluke, because it wasn't. And it wasn't like it was one after the other and we were outclassing them. But it looks like Bournemouth quite well outclass us here. But it's a bit odd, this game is. I secretly, and you might say, well, you didn't, you're just lying just for the video. But I kind of did know this was going to happen. We're going to have to take Hoet off early because he's got a bit of an injury, it seems. And even though it might seem like, well, you know, he knew he was going to lose, so he recorded this one. No, I didn't. Well, no, wrong. I've just completely... I've contradicted myself, never mind. But anyway, Redmond put it into the box. Comes back out for Cedric, but Mark Pugh is too wise to that. Goes to Afobe, and then across to Ankerson, to Fraser. Will he get it back into the box? Ankerson again, Arter, Sermon, Pugh still, Daniels, into the box for Defoe, Fraser, Afobe, and it's 2-0 Bournemouth. Classic FM. I can't quite believe... Oh, Classic FM. Nice radio station. But this is just comical. I knew it would happen. I absolutely knew it would happen. Brilliant. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying brilliant for. I'm really happy after that win against Everton. But we're down 2-0 here, which is a bit ironic. I mean, it's not exactly like it's Leicester and the team have figured out our way of playing, because we didn't play that specially last time. I don't actually know how we won 7-1, which is the real frustrating thing. If it was a system I implemented and said, right, that makes us win 7-1, I'd implement it every game. But in truth, it's the same one we implement every game. But it just looks like the players might have got a little bit overconfident here. So hopefully a bit of a slamming team talk will bring them a little bit down to earth. It doesn't look like any of them are complacent, but it might well bring them a little bit back down to earth. But in terms of monetisation, if possible, folks, I don't know if it'll be available when the videos are out. But if you are watching this after monetisation is available and you've got ads on, unless they're like 5-minute ads, which there shouldn't be, because I do make an effort to make the ads as short as possible for you guys. But if you guys could just watch the ads, sort of add a minute onto your viewing time. And I think I only place one mid-roll advertisement. So if you watch the one at the start and the one in the middle, then it will make my life a lot nicer, because it'll be a little bit of extra revenue from these videos. And even though you guys don't technically give anything, just if you give you a minute of your time, you are adding to the pot, so to speak. But after that bit of a money speech, we're back to Football Manager. Nothing really seems to be happening here. It just seems to be all Bournemouth, though, to be honest, which is a bit confusing, considering we seem to have had the most shots, and plus the fact we are the home team. But if we just go 3-0 here, I think it's game over. Afobe, Stevens gets it back. He's played really well so far, Jack Stevens, and is a really worthy vice-captain. But Pugh again, Cedric gets it. It should be actually, yeah, we should keep the ball this time. Gabbiadini, Marcus Barnes. Going to probably struggle at the wise age of 18, but Gabbiadini's in the box. He shoots and he scores. That's fantastic. And that's just what we needed at the start of the second half. He's been moaning a bit like Nathan Redmond, actually. He hasn't been having much football. And the only real trouble is, Gabbiadini and Redmond play in the same position. But if Gabbiadini can prove himself as a striker, then he is going to be some kind of competition. Not for Dembele, maybe, for Gallagher. Because the only reason Marcus Barnes is here, to be honest, if a player scored a hat-trick and he wasn't picked in the next games, the fan would be screaming. The fan? Just the singular fan. The fans would be absolutely screaming. But what we are going to do, let's change stuff a little bit, shall we? We will... no, I want to take Boufal off. Can you play there? No, can Barnes play there either? No. Can Gabbiadini play there? No. Can Redmond play there? Yes. Okay. Winger on support and inside forward on support. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. And then we will bring Gallagher on in place of Boufal. He hasn't really played too well today, to be honest. So you can kind of understand my decision bringing him on. But yeah, let's see what Redmond can do on that left side. And let's see how Gabbiadini and Redmond, the two moaners, get on, if you like, together. And it might well inspire a win, but I'm sure Bournemouth will score here just to poo-poo on our party. But we aren't conceding penalties or anything like that, which is really... I don't believe that. Oh, I do not believe that at all. Oh, God. I was just saying, you know, we're not conceding penalties. We're being really nice in our tackling. We're not being not abusive, but we're not being aggressive. And then we concede a penalty within a matter of about 0.2 seconds. And this has put a real dampener on things. Because, in all seriousness, fair enough, we won 7-1. And as glamorous as that is, we are now losing 3-1 to Bournemouth. And it could well be 4 soon. But the fact that 8 of our players were in the Premier League Team of the Week last week, I certainly don't think they will be this week, unless they score 3 goals and come back. And it might be 4, actually. We've Defoe through and nearly getting a goal if it wasn't for the bar there. And that's a real worry. I mean, I'll laugh about it, but it just hasn't been good enough today. Which is a real shame. Gives me a bit of concern, though, going forward, this does. Definite bit of concern, because it's inconsistency, isn't it, really? I mean, we did well. We did really well against Everton. There's no not saying that, but that's only 3 points. Looks like we've lost here against Bournemouth, but if we can pull it back, it'll be absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can do that then. Harrison Reed, Marcus Barnes, Ractor Reed, Ward-Prowse, Gabbiadini, Gallagher. Harrison Reed again. Into Marcus Barnes, and Begovic saves. Bournemouth are usually the team that is shocking at the back. Bournemouth have been shocking at the back recently. Why can't they be shocking at the back today? Everton certainly were in the last game. Just checking my lovely candle, which you can't really see in the camera, but I got bought for Christmas, and it's very nice. A gingerbread Wickford and Co. candle. Very nicely scented. But that's just taken away from the fact we've just lost to Bournemouth after a fantastic 7-1 win against Everton. There's no glowing over that. But okay, Bournemouth strike lucky. Fair enough. Howeit's got a bit of a niggle. And we didn't really play well at all. But our next game, which you can guarantee we'll lose as well, is against bottom club Crystal Palace. 10 games played, 1 win, 2 draws and 7 losses. But with Roy Hodgson in charge, it's going to be a bit of a challenge in it to get past old boy. Just the 2 changes then for this game against Palace. We are playing with Gallagher instead of Barnes up front. Barnes actually got 2 games for the under-23s in midweek. But because Barnes is very, very tired, I thought, no, let's just not bother. And Hesketh comes in for Ward-Prowse, because Ward-Prowse also is a little bit tired after action. Some reason in midweek for the under-23s, even though I didn't really think he'd be eligible. We're going to be going for something a little bit different though today. We're going to try a 4-1-3-2. Even though it seems to think it's a 4-1-5, which isn't quite what we're going for. But in doing this, we want the fullbacks to stay back because the attackers will do the jobs, if that makes sense. But we will keep them on support. I don't know why I put him on attack. Oh, God, it's going all pear-shaped now. More pear-shaped than a pear. But they're both on support, and we'll just see how we can get on. As I said, it'd be really really tough against Roy Hodgson's lads. But we should, in theory, get a result today. Bufal's got a free kick, though, quite early on. And it didn't really go in. But on the rebound, what can we do? Redmond. And he's lost it already. Fantastic. G-Don 1 having a bit of a counter for Palace. Zaha. Back to Kabay. Into Loftus-Cheek. And it's 1-0 to Palace. I don't get what to do anymore, you know. I really don't get it. I mean, we beat Everton 7-1 for heaven's sake. Now, Everton aren't that bad. And then we've had 2 really sloppy starts against these teams. You know, I'd rather a beat or drawn with Everton if it means it gives us a chance in these 2 games. We've completely lost the plot in these 2 games. And it feels like that 7-1 win against Everton is not going to give us much in the way of sympathy from the Southampton board. I just don't get this, to be honest. I really don't get it. We're going to have to go back to the formation because clearly it does not work whatsoever, which is a bit disappointing. But this is just, I don't know. It's a shambles, that's what it is. Nothing else, it's just a shambles. What a way to knock a man's day, eh? I mean, I said earlier, what a fantastic day. I've had a bargain. I've got my monetisation back. We got a nice win against Everton. But after that, it's been a disaster. And if they go 3-0 up here, I don't even know what the point of living is anymore. G-Dong 1, Loftus-Cheek. Reyes, just run onto him for goodness sake. He's running back like a right weirdo. What is he doing? Sacco, Papasuare, Redmond gets it back. Right, don't mess with this now. Up to Gabbiadini. Puts it in for Sam Gallagher, and it's a goal. That's more like it. Back into the game. That's a little bit like it was against Bournemouth. We got back into the game. Sam Gallagher got a goal, which is nice to see Gallagher getting on the score sheet today. And within 5 minutes, we've already had 3 goals at Selhurst Park. Bonkers stuff. Lovely ball from Gabbiadini into the striker and the target man, and he gets his head on it and beats Wayne Hennessy in the Crystal Palace net. We're going to go to counter-attacking football, you know, rather than attacking football. It seems they're having the most possession. Actually, that's got worse because it seems they've had more possession ever since we've made that move. I'm sure it'll balance itself out. Not as much action, it seems, at the moment. But Swansea are beating Bournemouth, and Man City looks to be playing today as well, and they're still below us. So we'll see what happens in terms of Man City's story. But anything else to comment on? Well, this is something to comment on. Kabay's got a free kick. It's another penalty. Eh? The Crystal Palace fans, I'm sure you guys saw that. Well, I did anyway. The Crystal Palace fans were furious. Well, they got a penalty. And it's going to be a... Way! Adzhigic saves. Well done, lad. But it was almost like a carbon copy of the last game. We went 2-1. They got a penalty. And we very nearly conceded. Apart from the fact that Adzhigic went the right way and had a very securing save. But I can guarantee you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to score from this corner. Loftus-Cheek, my bottom dollar's gone, even though I don't really know what that means, but there we go. But we're 33 minutes in here, it's still 2-1, we're only one goal in terms of deficits now, but it feels like it might well be 2 before half-time. Nice recovery by Cedric, lovely ball from Boufal to Gabbiadini. Keep the ball, son, Gallagher. Back to Hesketh, who's already got a yellow card, bit of a concern. Lovely ball up to Gallagher. He shoots, he scores, we're back into the game. It's 2-2. Fantastic, what's the word? Relationship and not a layup, what's the blooming word? Linking, combination, connection, whatever. But Gallagher passed to Hesketh, and he put it beautifully through all the Palace defenders, and Gallagher got the goal. And it feels like these players, Gallagher, Barnes, even Dembele, they seem to just be scoring for fun in some games, and they can't find the net in some games. And that's really not what we want. That's a real trouble. But we are back into this game, which is really nice to see. And the tactical change seemed to work. And it might well be that going to counter perhaps in the future might work. But it might be a game-by-game base that we've got to learn what we've got to do. Plus the fact this team is still blending together. So you've just got to appreciate that. But if we can win here, that gives us 13 points off 11 games. It can put us as high as 12. I know Everton and Leicester have got a game in hand. But it's not over yet, just bear that in mind. It's Sofiane Boufal, firstly in the Bournemouth game, but today has been absolutely shocking. And they've took the lead again. Well, that was short-lived. Right, we're going to bring Josh Sims on. I don't think he's played yet, but Josh Sims is going to play for us. Those two can both go on attack. But Boufal's been a bit rubbish today. And Palace, as you can see, are back in front. Shame. Josh Sims, that's the one on the thumbnail. I recognise him. I think he's the second one in on the thumbnail. I'm quite proud of that thumbnail, actually. I quite like it. But anyway, enough chit-chat. They've got another corner. This is 4-2, I swear to God. Zaha, very close. Right, we're going to need to make a striker change. Gabbiadini's got nothing for us today. Let's give Seeger a chance. We'll play him as a poacher, as it says there. And we'll also bring on Ward-Prowse back on again for Hesketh, who seems to, fair enough, have got the assist. But apart from that, not done a hell of a lot. Right, let's put you on a sweeper keeper attack. I know it's a bit of a stupid move, but we've got nothing to lose, to be quite honest here. If we do go 3-3, then I'll take him off. Simple as. Got a lot of youngsters on the pitch, though, today, which is a bit of a worry. But we've got 15 minutes left here. Can we do anything? Can we stop Palace? It'd probably be wise to go on attacking. I know there is a highlight here, probably in Palace's favour. But that's only all the more reason to change our tactic a little bit. Townsend, Ji-Jong-1. Lamina gets the ball back. Gallagher runs it forward. Up to Ryan Seeger in the box. He shoots, he scores, Ryan Seeger. Is that a debut goal for him as well? It is. Fantastic. So in 3 games, Ryan Seeger and Marcus Barnes have both got their debut goals for the club. That is fantastic stuff to see. And it's nice to see that we've got a variation of strikers. Lovely ball from Gallagher up to Seeger. He puts it through Wayne Ennis's legs. I love it. And ends up getting the goods. Fantastic stuff there. Yeah, we'll just put them back into sport. And who knows, you know. Who knows, you know, whatever. But who knows, we could get the win here. But hopefully, in the case that we might lose, I hope this sizzles out in a way. Be a bit disappointed, but, you know, it looks like it will. And I think all things considered, 16 shots each. It's been one of those really hectic games, and I think a draw is fair. But it's not over yet. I've learnt that with a lot of FM this year. Until the whistle's blown, it's not over, but I think it will be over. Yes, it is. Anthony Taylor blows the whistle, and we've got a point today. That's a solid one, and I think we're unlucky today, you know. I think we played well. Only the 1 point out of the episode, not 6 as we were maybe hoping for, but oh well in the end. I just want to have a quick look at Man City, where the hell they are still down in that position. In their last game, Saturday, they drew with Liverpool. They got whooped by United. By loss to Swansea, they drew with West Brom. So, apart from beating Palace and us, they haven't won. Have they only won 2 games this season? Yes. Blimey. Jesus, that's a bad start. And I just wonder whether Guardiola could get the sack. Is his job still secure? It is as well. Still secure. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Yeah, he's come through the club's academy. That's fantastic. But a bit of like a sort of work the space save we could do. If City keep doing badly, we'll obviously carry on with the youth challenge. But in an alternate world, if Pep Guardiola gets sacked and they're in, say, 18th, should I take over City? I'm tempted. But would it be too easy because they're just on a bit of a blip? I don't know. But that wouldn't be in terms of this save. It would be the same save but a different manager, if that makes sense. But just an idea I'm throwing out there, folks. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, folks, of Football Manager 2018, the Southampton Youth Challenge. Thank you so much for your support on the series so far. It looks like the combination of this and the Ashes cricket on a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the Youth Challenge, and Tuesday and Saturday with the Ashes cricket's going really well. And you guys smiling, which is really nice. Of course, the streams start next Tuesday as well with the Liverpool stream. I need to schedule that as well, actually. That's giving me a bit of a reminder. I need to schedule that. So the stream for Liverpool will be happening next Tuesday, 7 till 9. So hopefully you guys can be there for that. But thank you very much for watching this series so far. Managed to let you leave your opinions about the City save potentially alongside this save if you guys feel it's an appropriate thing to do if Guardiola got sacked. But anyway, I've been TIJ. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday for a fresh week, a fresh start, and hopefully 2 more wins. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.